Hey guys, how are you doing today? Just wanted to check in. I thought I would share one of my family's favorite oils. And when I say family, it's not just me. It's all three of my kids and mine. My husband likes it enough, but he's always kind of calm and chill, so it's never a real big thing. So, peace and calming. Hello, the name says it all. Peace and calming. I don't know about you guys, but especially right now, I could use all the peace and calming I can get in my life right now. Look at this blank wall behind me. Just for the record, check it out. I'm super excited because I'm creating an office in my house. Oh, but when you create an office in your house, you have to mess up about 4 other rooms to get this one right. So I started in on it and I got super stressed about the whole thing. Peace and calming to the rescue, right? It smells so great and it's just calming. It helps you kind of bring it all back to the center, pull it together. Eventually there'll be pretty things on my wall, but for now you can look at the pretty chandelier. That's off because it's too bright. I'm working on all the things, people. All the things. I'll figure it out. However, I digress. Peace and calming. If you know me, you know I will squirrel just a little bit. I can't help myself. But peace and calming was one of the first oils that really connected with our family. One of the main reasons, if you know my story, one of the main reasons that we tried oils in the first place was to help my oldest son, who was a teenager at the time and having issues of being on this emotional roller coaster, right? All the way up. He spent a lot of time down here. And so we tried a lot of other options and I didn't like the medications that we did try because he didn't like the way it made him feel. I didn't like the way it made him feel, act, seem, I don't know what you want to call it. And I just hated the idea of him being on medication. So, and he did too, quite frankly. So I asked him if he'd be willing to give it a try. Oils. Crazy things. Natural things. Okay, so for those of y'all who don't know me, I am a pediatric occupational therapist and I own a pediatric therapy clinic. All of that to say, I'm in the medical field. So I went to college in the medical field, did all the things in the medical field. So I am not against the medical field, but I have been trained up here to go to the medical field for help, right? So when somebody brought to me these weird just plant oils, well, how was that supposed to help, right? But when you're a mama and you're at the end of your rope trying to help your kid, you'll try anything. So we tried anything. We tried oils, and most specifically peace and calming and stress away, because we needed that in our house. Mainly for him, also for me, for his sister. Everybody needs a little peace and calming. I don't think I can talk to anybody who couldn't use a little more peace and a little more calm in their life anyway. So we tried it. Guess what? It worked. End of story. I could stop there, but I won't. So it totally worked, right? He was able to get off the roller coaster. It kind of started to do this until it's now just pretty even. And he has learned that when he starts to feel a dip or a rise, he knows he goes and grabs peace and calming and it will even that back out. No more roller coaster rides unless you're at the theme park, right? Okay, so he would wake me up in the middle of the night, hands trembling, couldn't catch his breath, couldn't breathe, and he would tell me he was having an asthma attack. I'm in the medical field, right? That's not asthma. That's panic. Full-blown panic. So I would bust this little guy out. We would put it in the diffuser beside him. We would rub it in his hands. Breathe it in. Blow it out. For the record, you breathe it in with your hands over your mouth and your nose. And you blow it out without your hands, right? Because if you blow it out in your hands, then you're going to inhale all the junk you just blew out, right? So, little tidbit, breathe in, and then blow it away, right? So we did that. We had the diffuser beside him, and then I would just start talking to him about random things to distract his mind off of whatever it was that had him totally stressed out. The first time we ever tried it, I would say it took about 10 minutes. Still amazing, because I have been up all night with him before. Now, that was 10 minutes. That was still well worth my time. However, I believe that your body kind of starts to figure things out. One of the ways these oils works is from your memory, right? If you smell popcorn, doesn't it make you think of going to the movies? If you smell, let's say your grandma always cooked apple pies, right? You smell apple pie and it just takes you back to grandma's house. Our memory is filled with smells, and that's one of the ways that our mind remembers things. So the more we use this and got a calm, the more our minds smell this and go, oh, we should be here, right? So the second time we used it took about 5 minutes, and now he can do this, and it only takes a couple minutes to pull it together. But he hasn't had to lose his marbles, as we call it at our house. Don't lose your marbles over this. It's not worth it. He hasn't lost his marbles in years, right? Because we have this. And we have other oils in our arsenal. And when he's old enough that when he starts to get that feeling, he knows, and he goes and grabs it and uses it. I personally love this smell, and it helps me relax, so I'll put a couple of drops on my wrist at night. I've even been known to stick it under my nose, like you do other things. Stick it underneath my nose so I'm breathing it, and just go to sleep. It helps me fall asleep faster. It helps me sleep better. All the awesomeness of peace and calming. So, I could tell you so much more, but please know that these are not only oils that just smell good. They can be used for medicinal purposes, right? Even those of us in the medical field are finally coming around. So, if I can do it, you can do it. Give it a shot, give it a try, and tell me what happens, because it's going to be amazing. Hope you'll have a great day.